Hello, this is Bern, and if you want to understand what you can do when a guy that you're so into and you're dating stops messaging you, well, stay with me because I'll share with you a framework that will help you raise your value and your worth and feel much better about how to move forward. Stick around. Hello, this is Bern. Welcome to your greatlifetv.com. Today's another edition of Get the Love You Crave. And today I'm talking about what to do when the guy that you're so into stops messaging you. There's 3 different ways of looking at this. I have a lot of women who connect with me from different parts of the world, typically before we become clients, but sometimes just randomly in my YouTube channel who say, hey, this dude stopped messaging me, what can I do? And the first thing you can do, which I don't recommend, but it's certainly what a lot of women do, is message him in some desperate attempt to remind him that you exist. And the behind the lines, no matter what you text, behind the lines of what you're sending him is really something like this. Please remember me, please don't forget me, am I not enough for you? What happened? Why are you not connecting with me? My life kind of sucks and I'm bored and you will entertain me in some way. So that's kind of the essence of what the message will be like. If you message a dude who showing up with promise and then forgets to connect with you, and then you start doing the pursuit. Second thing you can do, which I also don't recommend, is where you disguise your neediness as, I'm just connecting with you because I happen to be in the dentist office and I saw a horse magazine and I want to hear your opinion on this horse. Something random and ridiculous as that, even if it's less ridiculous, but still ridiculous in essence, because in essence what you're saying is, I am just afraid of sounding needy, but I really am needy, and I'm pretending that I'm showing you something right now so that you reply to that, but then I remember that you remember me, and we start exchanging messages again. Again, highly don't recommend that. There's a third approach, which is scarier for a lot of women, but far more recommended if you really want to get what you want, and that is do absolutely nothing. You heard me right. Do absolutely nothing. What happens if you don't do something? What happens if you don't reply to him? He'll either wake up from his deep sleep, he'll miss you and remember that there's an amazing woman on the other side of that phone that he can connect with, and he can plan date with, and he can do something about in order to pursue her, or he won't. And if he doesn't, and he's that type of guy, you win. If he does, and he's a guy who wants to do things better and show up with more presence and more pursuit, then again, you win. You win no matter what happens. Even though initially you might feel, but he didn't connect with me anymore. Yes, but if he's not the kind of guy who's going to want to drive things forward and he's expecting you to do that, then most likely not the type of guy you want to connect with. Now, in order for you to really lean back and step into this kind of worth that I'm talking about right now, you're going to need to do 3 things. The first thing you need to do is you need to buy into a philosophy that says a guy should pursue a woman. Now, I'm not saying that you should believe what I believe. If you feel that you should pursue him equally, go at it, sister, all the power to you. If you believe that you should pursue him instead, all the power to you. Now, I'm just telling you, after connecting with thousands of women from every continent and every walk of life virtually who share their preference with me, I have found very few women, I'm not saying I haven't found any, but I found very few women who actually do prefer to pursue a guy. Where a guy shows with interest, he initiates, he prepares, he plans, he shows up, he pays for the meal. Like, there's a few things he can do. Now, as I said, you don't have to buy into it, but if you do buy into it, you will by default disqualify guys who are half-assing it and connect with guys who are willing to do more of the work and who consider you the prize versus themselves the prize. Why? Because in this dynamic, my dear, if you want a devotional type of love where he's going to show up with generosity, he needs to understand that the life force that you bring into his life is sufficient for him to do the work to be able to help shine more and radiate more and and pursue and work hard to get. Not saying you play hard to get, I'm saying that he needs to put an effort to value what he has. Now, that's the first thing. And again, this is a big discussion we can, that some of you will agree, some of you will disagree. Some guys will actually just message me and curse me for encouraging women to lean back, but I don't give a shit. I'm not here to appease anyone. I'm here to express my philosophy, what I think works in a dynamic where the masculine and the feminine provide the best thing for each other. Now, second thing you need to do is you need to be able to step into an abundance of men. an abundance mindset. That means that despite the fact that the vast majority of men will not be a match for you, you need to know that the small minority who are still large in number. Because if you feel like that one dude who stopped messaging you is the best thing that could have ever happened to you, then you're going to act completely different than if you understand in your heart of hearts that there are other men, yes, you may not have met them yet, that you can connect with who would be showing up as strongly or even stronger and have an amazing, powerful, soul-searching, mind-exploding, physically amazing connection with you. Okay, so an abundance of men is something you need to step into. And I know it's hard, and that's why there's coaching for this type of thing. And I know that there's other ways to get there, but understand that if you don't have an abundance mindset, you're not going to be able to walk away from something that is not good for you. Third thing you need to have to really pull this off is you need to have a life that you're creating that feels super exciting. Why? Because if your life feels sucky, if your life feels boring, and a guy who was bringing you the aliveness and the excitement that you don't have in your own life goes away, then guess what? He has become your oxygen, and you're starting to feel like you're asphyxiating, so you're going to go get it, right? But if you can bring your own aliveness and fulfillment and light, not that you don't want a man in your life, but you don't need him to complete you, then you can say no to situations that are far less in standard than what you're looking for. Hope this is helpful, useful, and insightful to you in some way. If it is, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, click like on this video or thumbs up. Number 2, subscribe to my channel. Number 3, on the description of this video, the first line of the description of this video, you will find a link that will allow you to watch a free masterclass I've created for you, where I can share with you specific ways in which you can step into this mode of thinking and get much more of what you want in terms of a relationship that's meaningful with a guy who's pursuing you. All you have to do is click on that first link on the description, and then it will take you to a page that has a yellow bar. Click the yellow bar, enter your name and email, and then you'll start watching the free masterclass right away. Thank you, my dear, for connecting with me. As always, I challenge you to live a full and a conscious life.